conversation with character to reflect on my past and present, aware of character defects.
I'm sorry.
The passion, the power, the purpose of unwoven recovery, unity, service, 1 year token.
The most prestigious network in the land.
This is Characterized. You already know, Character did it. I am here with GetMoneyManny. Tell us about yourself. What do you do?
Yo, what's up? My name is GetMoneyManny. I'm originally from Boston. Moved around a little bit, straight up from Lynn. So we read that L real quick. So I'm from Lynn. We out here making music right now. That's what I do. I be making music. I also work 60 hours a week too. So I be doing stacking shit. Yeah, you already know. So
Damn. How old are you?
Me, 24.
All right.
Yes, sir. Been on that grind for a little bit now.
Tell me about growing up.
So growing up, I was lucky to have my mom and my pops, but it wasn't as easy as everybody, like just because you have both your parents doesn't mean everything is kosher, you know what I'm saying? So we grew up doing, what we need to do to get that money. And, growing up, I was, grew up on that, old school Michael Jackson and Ray Charles, and growing up, Stevie Wonder, Earth, Wind and Fire, The Temptations, all that shit. So, I was listening to that from an early age. Actually, the first record I ever got was the Thriller album by Michael Jackson.
That's awesome.
I played that shit to the war round. Yeah, so started out, like I said, in Lynn, was doing all that, shit to, get my money right and, just do all that stuff. And was always around my cousins, and we was always outside, going to parties and showing up and like doing dances and like, like just performing and like freestyling and all that stuff. And like, so I was always around music, like that's just like, and so another thing that a lot of people don't know about me, my cousin is actually Jotana Fonador, and he actually, so a lot of people, I don't brag about this kind of stuff because like I don't need to, hop on that bandwagon.
Sure.
But he went down in the Guinness Book of World Records for having the fastest beats per minute as a drummer, held that record for a number of years, and he actually goes on tour with Romeo Santos. And he like does stuff like that too. So like, I've always been around music, like, linked up with Usher because like he has a song with Romeo. So like when I was like, influenced to that stuff when I was young and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool. And like just seeing how they, move in the industry and like, just like, I just really wanted to be that, like I wanted to be that cool, calm, collective, like I'm all about my money and, like that type of person. So it was very, very inspirational to see all that stuff at a very young age.
Hell yeah. And it makes you feel like you can achieve it. Really makes you believe you can achieve it.
Exactly.
What'd you do after high school?
Shout out to my other cousin too, Justin. I think it's his brother too. He does like, I don't know if you know who Rodrigo is, but he's a cool ass rapper. And like my cousin's been doing all his videos and stuff like that too. So we got a lot of people in the industry right now making and shaking moves and stuff like that too. So
that's what's up, bro.
Yeah. So
what did you do after high school?
So after high school, I decided to. So I have a 6-year-old too. So I actually had him when I was 8.
I was right after high school, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So right after high school, I was like, all right, like I need to make sure that my son doesn't have to go through nothing that I had to go through. So as soon as I got out of high school, it was putting in that work. Whatever show I could get, whatever money I could get, I was doing that. Like I said, I work 60 hours a week still, and I'm still, like going to the studio. I just dropped a song last week. I got an album coming out the 30th, so, and I still do, like do performances and stuff like that. I got some other stuff lined up that's coming on soon. So, so yeah, as soon as I got out of high school, I was working, I was putting in all that work, and like a couple of my boys like were already in the industry, like I was saying, and like a lot of the boys in my city, like we all make music, and I think specifically like Boston is very, very, Massachusetts is a very, very clicky state. So it's kind of like you do your thing with your people, whatever. But there was a lot of times where I was able to maneuver my way into, meeting new people and like getting new opportunities. And so from there, I just grew and like, moved, around from group to group. It just kind of was finding my way and stuff like that. And I do, want to say shout out to all of them real quick too, because they did put me on a good path too. So they've been very, very helpful and looking out for me. I know that had DB made this song the other day too. So I actually go to the studio where he's at.
No
now.
shit. Okay, cool.
So yeah, that's my boy. Yeah. So so as soon as I got down here, I actually moved down here in August. As soon as I got down here, I was like, all right, I need a studio. Like, I came to Miami a couple times, and I'm actually like in Atlanta right now. So it's about an hour drive, which it's not really that deep. But if I can find something closer, you know, like why would I, you know, go all that way?
Yeah.
So I was, you know, shopping around or whatever. Like he actually was the first studio that I went to was Hot Twin Studio. So shout out to them. And he was like the first person I worked with. And right off the bat, he was like, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I was like, and that's the kind of, you know, relationship that I have with the producers and the engineers that I work with. Is like, if my shit doesn't sound right, please tell me, because I'm making music for all these streams, I'm making music for all these people to enjoy, I'm making it, you know, so that they can, you know, understand what I'm going through. And so I need to make sure that it's on point, you know. And like he was just like really upfront with it, so he's cool people too. And I was gonna say too, Gigi, I know you had her on.
Oh yeah, Gigi K.
Wow, that's my homie. Yeah, she's from Boston too. So shout out to her too. But she's been, you know, like helping me move and shake too. And like she's real as fuck. Like she's a real ass nigga. Like she's held it down for so long. So yeah, shout out to her too.
That's cool.
But she's been having me on features, and like we, you know, she came down here like I think last month, not even like like a month ago, literally a month ago. She was down here, and you know we were chopping it up. But we were supposed to shoot a video, and like shit went sideways, which, you know, not in our hands, but it is what it is, you know. Right. So we just went out and like, you know, went to the bar and shit like that. And, like it's crazy. Oh, yeah. It's like everybody, like even if she don't like get noticed, like everybody knows that she's on that superstar status already, so we get treated like superstars everywhere we go. Yo, it's fucking crazy, nigga. Like I'm telling you, bro, like we walked into the bar, everybody was already ordering drinks, we got our shit first. People were just buying us shots.
Hell,
bro. Like,
yeah.
Like we gotta be careful with that. You can't just like take it from them. But, like people, you know, like order shots for us, and then we watch them pouring and stuff like that. And, like, yeah, everywhere she goes, bro, she's fucking people, bro. She's cool people.
Hell yeah. She kind of implied that she didn't get too much into it, but it's cool to hear it from the other side.
Yeah, nah, she's telling me shit that I don't even remember. Like we went hard. Like I don't remember. She was telling me like I came back to the crib and I was talking all this foo shit to her. She was like, "Why are you always talking?" Blah 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 blah. I was like, I don't know, bro, and I don't remember any of it. But apparently I was talking. I'll be talking.
That's funny, man. When exactly did you start recording?
So I started recording when I was like 12, 13.
Oh, wow, okay.
But I think the first time I actually dropped something was like 2014, 2015, and it was like on SoundCloud. And it was actually, there's a couple of people that I used to work with that I don't really work with anymore. It's nothing like personal or anything like that. It's just like, you know, like you move on and like you move on to other things and stuff like that. Actually, I'm going back to Boston in December for like Christmas and stuff like that, see my family. And I'm actually gonna link with one of my boys that I haven't talked to in a minute, but like we have another song that we're gonna do, and like I already sent him the link. I made the beat, and I was like, "Yo, you need to be on this," even though we haven't talked in that long. And he was like, "All right, word," and like got right to work. Already got his verse done. So
hell yeah.
But yeah. So the first thing that we released, like he and I actually released an EP together. That was like one of the first things that we did. I'm trying to. Called Humble Beginnings. That's what it was. So I was trying to remember the name of the EP. I dropped so much stuff. It's crazy. Like in the unreleased is crazy too. Like my notes is, I have 4 phones because I have so much stuff, bro. I just got an iPad like 2 months ago because I need more space. Like
damn,
crazy. But yeah, so we started like just dropping EP after EP, single after single, and like he and I were just going back and forth, and it was like he and I were on everything together. And then, like I said, like stuff happens and like you just go apart and stuff like that. And like I have no ill will towards him or anything like that. But I know like now he's doing good, and I'm glad that he's doing good. But like it started like after, you know, doing all those, you know, features with him and stuff like that, I kind of just wanted to move into my own direction and like do whatever I wanted to do. And like I said earlier, I'm very inspired by like Ray Charles and stuff like that. So the new album is actually called Vibe Out. And I made all the beats on that too. But basically like a lot of it is inspired by Ray Charles, and I don't know if you know the song Mess Around. That's one of the
hell yeah, bro.
Ray Charles.
Hell yeah, man.
So that and Sir Duke by Stevie Wonder. So it's a mix of all that stuff, and I put like some Joey Badass type beats in there too. Yeah, I did a lot of stuff to that album.
Man, that sounds like it's gonna be fun, bro.
Facts. And so shout out to Didi for mixing and mastering that, and Lib too. I know you're probably gonna get Lib on here soon too. He's cool people too. But I have both of them. I actually have gone through Lib for like we do engineers and stuff like that because he's certified like that.
Hell yeah. What have been your biggest accomplishments?
I think my biggest accomplishment this year was, I've been in the game in a long time, but I think the biggest accomplishment this year was the amount of performances that I did. I just think it says something about where I'm at in my status of being an artist, and also where I'm at growth wise. And I mean that spiritually and also like financially. Like, you're talking about streams and like, you know, how many people are actually listening to my music and commenting on my stuff and stuff like that. And I think the other biggest accomplishment is like, I've been getting posted in a couple magazines and stuff like that too. So that stuff has been like really surreal. Like, you know it's gonna happen at some point. Well, not. I know that people say, yeah,
You
whatever,
hope it's
you
gonna
can't really say that. But my thing is like, I'm a manifestation person. Like, if you speak it into existence, it's gonna happen. Even if you think about it, it's probably gonna happen. So that's where I've been at, and just like keeping my mind right and making sure that, you know, like keeping my mind right, keeping my sanity, and making sure that, you know, we stay on track. And so I think making sure that I'm checking in with, you know, like people who are making sure that I'm doing well. Like I said, Gigi's one of those people who checks in all the time and shit like that. So I think like making sure that she, you know, she checks me too. She'd be like, yo, if you're doing something, like, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that, you're doing too much of this. So I think having people who are honest with you too is also gonna make sure that, you know, no matter what you're setting out to do, you always get to where you're trying to be at.
What have been the biggest obstacles that you've had to overcome?
Oh, I think the biggest obstacle for me this year has been heartbreak. Long story short, my most recent ex was actually someone that I knew since I was a child, like probably like 5 or 6. Like, we used to kick it when I, you know, used to chill back in then, and then she moved to like Salem, PV, something like that. And like, we still used to chill or whatever, but like, it was not as much. She and I had like talked on and off, like basically our whole lives. Either she was in a relationship and like I was single, and then like I'd be in a relationship and she was single and all that shit. But then, so like a year and a half ago, we decided like, okay, you know what, let's stop fucking around, whatever. Like, we're actually gonna do this. And like, it was good in the beginning, and then stuff just started getting weird. And like, I'm not one of those people to hate or whatever, or like talk shit. So like, I'm just gonna mind my words of what I say. But it just got to the point where we were just not seeing eye to eye. And I think, in all honesty, we were just outgrowing each other at different rates, and it just wasn't working. And I think we probably should have just stayed friends. And like I said, there's a lot more to the story too, and like I won't get into that stuff because it's not really that important. However, I do like to talk about it in my music. So I just dropped that song Over It. Yeah, basically, you know, like talking about like how, you know, I went through all that stuff, and like now I'm going through emotions. Like, I'm just focused on getting my money. I'm focused on maintaining my status. I'm focused on maintaining the mindset that I've created. I'm focused on, you know, maintaining the peace that I've created for myself, you know. And I think it's very important for, especially in our community, like as an African American man, where it's so shunned upon to speak about mental health. And I know a lot of the people that I fuck with, when they make music, it's because like they got something on their mind, but they don't want to just say it. They can't just say it because they know like they have this feeling like they're gonna be judged. And it's not like, and it's not just a feeling. I just don't want to say that everybody is judged, because I know not everybody is like that. But it's very, very frowned upon in our community to like even speak upon that. So I think it's important for me as a Black person to just be like, yeah, fuck that shit. Like, if you're feeling some type of way, nigga, tell them how you're feeling, bro. And like, obviously there's limits to that. You got to be careful about how you approach shit. But at the end of the day, like, your feelings are your feelings. And if that's how you feel it, then you're entitled to that shit. Like, you need to understand that people can't tell you that your feelings aren't real, that they don't exist. Because if they're real to you, then that's all that matters. And I think, like I said, as a Black man, we're shunned upon all the time about that. Like, you know, like Kanye gets laughed at, Will Smith gets laughed at, everybody gets laughed at. And like, I know that those are the famous situations everybody knows about, but it's just like, that's just big names. Like, it's crazy that even these big name celebrities are getting laughed at or getting shat on because of the fact that, you know, like, they're feeling something. I just think it's fucked up. So like I said, as a Black man, I gotta say what I gotta say and just talk your shit. Make sure that everybody knows what's up.
Absolutely, man. Respect to that, for real. Respect.
Because before it's too late, time's gonna be gone, and you ain't gonna have any time to say anything else. So say what you got to say now. So I stand by that.
Big facts, man. Big facts. What's the dream?
The dream? To get rich. If I was going to say anything else, I'd be lying. But it's more than just getting. Nah, it's funny too, because like everybody be like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. I'm like, yeah, like just say you want to get rich. Like I know you want to do all this stuff, but at the end of the day, that's straight fact. Like if they say anything else, they're lying. Like it's for money. But what I want to do with my money, so I actually have a couple of stuff in the works already. So I actually just graduated from SNHU. I just got my BBA. So I'm trying to get the business side of stuff. Yeah, I've been working really hard, like paying for the tuition and all that shit. So
yeah.
But yeah, so I just graduated. I got my BBA. So now what I'm working on is LLCs and all this big name stuff that we're trying to do. So one of the dreams is opening a restaurant. So I actually have a couple people. I'm sure Gigi did not tell you, but Gigi's like low-key a chef. Like she got it like that. She and I like have like when she came down here, we were gonna chef off and stuff. Like I said, stuff went sideways, so we didn't get to it. But she and I be like, yo, who's better? Like we send it in the group chat and like we be like battling and shit like that. So but like I said, so I'm opening a restaurant and like so that's one of the big things that we're gonna do. And I can't really speak on the name. Like I said, it's copyrighted, but you guys are just gonna have to wait a little bit.
Hell yeah.
So that's one thing. I think the other thing too is like certifying my label. So like I do have a label that's stuff like the Supplier Production, that's LLC. So I can say that's copyrighted, whatever, trademark. I got all that shit in motion. So, but I think I want to certify it. And what I mean by that is I want to hire employees. I want to, like get them to make sure that they're paid. I want to have, the idea of the Supplier Production is actually a non-contract group. And a lot of people are doing this now, but I don't think there's enough. But there's so many independent artists, including myself. Like I'm an independent artist, so I know how hard it is to find shows. I know how hard it is to, get your music where you want it to go. I know how hard it is to get all that shit. So what I want to do is be that intermediate person where I can be like, hey, I know you need a music video person. Yo, I know you need this. Yo, I know you need shows. And, instead of having a contract, there's no contract. You just pay for what you need. And if you like it, you can stay. If you don't like it, no hard feelings. You can never do something else with somebody else. And I feel like because of the amount of independent artists today, that would be like, and like I said, like I know that, and everybody's going to be like, oh, it's a good idea, they can do it too. And I'm sure they're going to do it too. That's fine. There's not going to be enough for the amount of independent artists that there are in the world. So if they want to take that idea, that's fine. I know that other people have already started doing that. Like I said, they've already been moving towards working with independent artists that way. But I think the important thing is no contracts. Because that's the thing that kills people every time is they sign a contract and you get that million and then they basically pimp you out. Yep. So you're like, and then you have no money because you spent that million, then you're gonna get more, but you don't. All you get is shows, and then you have to make money off the merch. Then you gotta make, do collabs with Nike, and that's why everybody be doing collabs with Nike, collabs with Adidas, because the revenue from, like the money that they get is not enough. So
no, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like I said, so we built it from scratch. So we're moving up in the world. We're getting there. So watch out, we're coming for everybody.
Man, that's what's up.
Actually, it's more like we're here for everybody. That's yeah, everybody can get some. I always say it too, but I don't know why everybody gets to eat, but you don't have to be eating out for everybody else's plate. There's enough room at the dinner table.
Exactly, bro. There's enough out here for everybody. I don't care what you say, bro.
Everybody gets rich if you just buy more table space.
Love that, bro. I know you already kind of talked about some of what you have coming up, but what are the biggest things that you have coming up right now? Like I'm going to talk about Gigi a lot probably. She's one of the biggest reasons I be doing so much shit. So she just like sent me a bunch of beats the other day and she was like, yo, I need you to help us, blah, 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 blah. So she sent me the beat, sent the hook and stuff like that. So a bunch of shit with Gigi coming out. I actually just bought, I think 7 or 8 beats. So I'll probably work on a new album too. I got a couple of singles that I got in the mix right now. I got 5 on the way. One of the biggest ones is gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be Wasted Time. So it's gonna be with my boy from Boston, shout out Young Sally. So yeah, he's gonna hop on that too. So we got that going. I think the biggest thing is when we get back home, there's gonna be a lot of stuff going on when I get back home.
December's gonna be crazy. So I'll be posting a lot of stuff on the Instagram and the Facebook, so everybody knows too. But yeah, G and I got a lot of stuff cooking this year. So yeah, it's been a crazy year, and I'm grateful to be part of all the stuff that has been going on. Because like I said, it's been crazy. There have been points where, you know, like I literally put down the mic. Like one of the biggest things about that, you know, breakup was she never asked me to put down the mic, but there were situations where I was like, all right, I need to either choose her or the music. And I was half happy when I wasn't doing music. Like I could feel myself fading into this person that I wasn't. I could feel myself turning into like, I don't know, not me, you know? And like, I just needed to get back. And as soon as I got back in the studio, everything changed. Like everything flipped around. Like my mood was different. Like everybody was like, wow, you seem so happy. And I was like, yeah, it's because I miss the studio. The studio really is my bitch. Like that's where I'm at. So I got enough going on anyways.
Hell yeah. No, I feel you, bro. I feel you, man. But before we end it, is there any kind of life lesson that you want to leave anybody watching?
Don't give up. I said it, you know, I say it all the time. Just like I just said too, like there have been so many times where I put down the mic and thought that I'd never pick it up again. And if I never picked it up again, there'd be no way I'd be having this interview with you. There'd be no way that I'd be, you know, like performing. There'd be no way that my numbers would be doing what they're doing. I think if you want to do it. Stop letting people tell you that you can't do it. Fuck those people. Because you know what? They're going to be hating even when you do it anyways. So let them hate forever.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Hey, man, I appreciate your time. It's been a great episode of Characterized It with GetMoneyManny. Follow him up, hit him up. Check his music out, y'all. I'll see you next time. Peace up.
Word.
Hey, that was good, bro. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you too, Phil. That was fun, bro.
Hell yeah. I'll let you know when things gonna be posted and all that. Like, I mean, I'm close to having like 5 of you guys from the same crew, so I'm thinking about having like 1 week on YouTube where it's like one a day of your whole crew.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, we're really moving together, bro. The niggas that we got right now are like real ride or die people. Like I don't feel any of us changing.
Yeah, no, y'all are cool people. Like, and it's like the new wave and all that, right? Too.
Yeah, like
this new wave. Whoever's behind the new wave profile, he's a mystery to me, but I love the motherfucker. So,
I don't know. Like Gigi was like, yo, I know this nigga. Like he's gonna help you out. Blah 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 blah. And I was like, all right, word. He texted me. Like, here you go. And like he had me follow the page, and I was like, all right, word. And then like a week later, he posted the magazine about me. I was like, yo, what the fuck, nigga? Right. That's what I'm saying. I was like, all right, word. So now anything he says, I'm like, yes, sir. Whatever, bro.
Bro, I've met 1 or 2 guys like him before, and they're mysterious. I've not figured out who they are, why they do what they do, but you just sit back and let it happen. Don't ask questions.
Bro, all I know is that he's from California. That's the only thing. Gigi's like, he's from Cali and he's white. That's the only thing that she knows about him. That's the only thing I know. He's
some like power agent Gigi knows from.
Bro, he probably is, bro. She be fucking with niggas that she doesn't even know, bro. Like, bro. She probably did. I don't know if she mentioned it, but like Yaya, like her Coke, he's the manager for Coke Boy, and like that's her.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, she did, yeah.
Yeah, so like she just like be chilling with like French Montana and Chinks and shit, and like goes up with Rick Ross, and she's like, yeah, my life is crazy, bro. I'm like, obviously, nigga, like, bro, right.
She was too modest in the interview. Then. She was too modest.
Nah, she's funny as shit, bro. She the reason I fuck with her is because she's like me. She just be telling it like it is.
The most prestigious network in the land, the Signature Series Network.